Enough of that. We got real situation here in
Uh-oh.
a people's court.
Oh,
We got crime. And
the
we're
real
back
news.
we're back in Florida, Clearwater, Florida.
We're always in Florida.
A 20-year-old man is behind bars. This is smoking gun.com. A 20-year-old man is behind bars charged with launching fried chicken at his sister during a domestic clash in the Florida residence they share. Fried chicken battery. Not batter, battery.
Okay.
According to investigators, the poultry pelting occurred Sunday afternoon in the Clearwater home of Kanye Medley and his sister. During a verbal altercation, Medley grabbed a bag of Church's chicken from his sister and began throwing pieces of chicken at her. One piece of fried chicken hit the victim in the back and left debris of food on her shoulder. This is according to a police report, which I actually have. After being read his rights, Medley admitted throwing two pieces of chicken, one of which hit her. The explanation, defendants, he stated he did this. This is from the police report. He did this because he had not eaten and did not want the piece of chicken the victim offered him, so he became upset. So he was he was hungry, but he was not going for any Church's chicken, and was apparently upset that his sister would have the audacity to offer him Church's chicken when he was hungry and not another meal. So he took it out by chucking the chicken at his sister, and battery by getting hit by one of the pieces on the shoulder.
That must have hurt.
Two questions for you here. Punishment, is this like, are we over? I mean, it's a piece of chicken now. We've seen a lot more violent crime. Usually people shooting each other over the Auburn-Alabama game. It's by our crime standards pretty low. Would this have occurred if she had just brought home Popeyes, which I prefer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it the Church's part? Does Church's have a brand issue here? Pat, Justice Forde, what are your thoughts on this case of the fried chicken battery?
Yeah, well, thoughts and prayers with the woman as she recovers from this grievous injury, first of all. I'm sure it'll be a long and arduous rehab, and we certainly hope she pulls through. You took the thought right out of my mouth. If she brings home Popeyes, we're fine. We don't have a problem here. Bring better chicken. I'm looking now. I'm sure that like the spicy 8-piece feast is very nice. Maybe the Cheddapeno biscuits, that might have helped alleviate some of the tension,
Carb load.
Yeah. All things considered, no, I think it was really rude and inconsiderate of her to bring substandard chicken back. And I am a little disappointed that the launch described doesn't involve like a launching, like a rocket launcher or a slingshot or anything. He just threw it. I was hoping for something a little more spectacular as his assault means, but no, I'm with the guy. It is on your sister for bringing in bad chicken. He's case dismissed. He's absolved.
Dan, to Dan's point about Popeyes, if you hit Popeye's chicken is so crispy, if you are actually hit with a Popeyes chicken leg, it could do some damage. I mean, it's that crispy, right? It could do some. Churches, though, maybe not as much. So I don't know.
So you're arguing the sharpness of the crisp could laceration.
Imagine
could cause a small laceration or something. Does it matter if it's a breast, a thigh, or a drumstick?
I think it does. I think it does matter. A drumstick could, a Popeyes, a crispy, golden fried Popeyes drumstick on your face, hit on your face from a distance could really, now you got a lawsuit, Dan. Now you got a lawsuit and a bruise, maybe a little cut too, that crispy.
According to the
you do get a grease stain on your clothes, right?
Definitely would have a grease stain. That's for sure. With any chicken, that's the case with any chicken. Yeah, for sure.
Brother and sister had a previous altercation, so This wasn't their first.
Shocking, shocking that this chicken throwing wasn't their first real fight. Like they've had words in the past, probably.
Yes, maybe they need to live apart. You don't have to continue living with your sister as you get older. Injuries to victim on the police report is not checked yes or no, and there was no check for medical treatment. However, I mean this sucks. Amount of bond he was given, no bond. Really?
He couldn't even get out?
No. Now,
wow.
I understand this is domestic violence by the letter of the law. You can't throw anything, including chicken, at somebody. But I mean, kind of, can you imagine sitting in the jail and you're with all the guys waiting trial on rape and murder and armed robbery, and you're in for. My sister brought home Church's chicken and I wanted Popeyes. So I hucked a thigh at her. It's called the cops. Like, that's not it. Let me see your paperwork. That ain't it. Let me see your license. This is not what you're in for. No one's going to believe it. He's got to have this report or he's going to have a very hard time on the main line. Because no one's believing you're in there with no bond. No bond. My gosh.
Yeah, that's harsh. That's harsh.
They are not messing around in Pinellas County, Florida. Keep yourself on the straight and narrow if you're in Pinellas County. Because you just throw a piece of chicken. No bond.
So.
He's not under the influence of drugs, it says. No weapons were seized. They taking chicken in as evidence. The cops are like, we'll take the rest of that bag. I say free Kanye Medley. I think this could be adjudicated outside of the, does not need to be in county.